Hello friends, welcome to Excel Made Easy. This is Konish and I welcome all of you to my second video of this channel. So this video talks about Excel keyboard shortcuts. Now what is Excel keyboard shortcuts? Many a times we use keyboard rather than using mouse. What is the advantage of that? The advantage is saving of time. Yes friends, using your keyboard more and using your mouse less will save a lot of time and you will be very fast and efficient in using your Excel formulas and functions. So today I have 10 Excel shortcuts with me which will make your life a bit easier while dealing with Excel problems. These Excel shortcuts are very easy to remember and practice as well. I'll go one by one with all these Excel keyboard shortcuts. Now there are more than 100 Excel keyboard shortcuts and it is not possible for everyone to remember all those 100 shortcuts. So these 10 shortcuts are very important and will be very beneficial to your Excel work. So let us start with our Excel keyboard shortcuts. So our first shortcut of this video is Control and A. Control and A key combination will select the entire sheet. So let us go to our data page and see by ourselves what is this keyboard shortcut all about. I come to one sheet where I have some data with me, that is product ID, product name and rate. Here if I select Control and A, it will automatically select all the cells of this particular worksheet. So I press Ctrl and A and this is what will happen. So friends, now you can see that all the cells in this particular worksheet are now selected. How do we know they are selected? The color of the cells are shaded now. That actually gives us an idea that all the cells are selected. What is the benefit of selecting all the cells? Let's say in this entire worksheet, I want to find a particular word. So after I press Ctrl and A, now if I press Ctrl F to find a particular word, how will I do that? Let's say I'm trying to find out a word that starts with monitor. So instantly I will get to reach that particular word. I'll find that word, that is monitor, in this particular sheet. And if I press find next in this find and replace box, what will happen? All the instances of this same word monitor I'll be able to find out. That is one usage of Control A, that is selecting all the cells in the particular worksheet. What is the other use? Suppose if I want to format all the cells in this sheet at once, for that also I can press Ctrl and A, select the entire set of cells, and let's say I want to change the font size to 14 from 18. So at a time I can do it for all the cells. I want to change the font style of all the cells, let's say to Arial. So at a time I can do it for all the cells. So this Control and A is actually select all for Excel. That is what we can say. That is what will help us to remember this keyboard shortcut, isn't it? So Control A is equivalent to select all for Microsoft Excel. That is it. That is what we have to remember, nothing else, isn't it? Now we have come back to the same Excel keyboard shortcut worksheet. Our next keyboard shortcut is Control and asterisk. What is Control and asterisk? To select only the data portion of the cells. Let's say if I go back to my data sheet, this is my data sheet where I have data in A, B and C column, as you can see. Now if I press Ctrl A, what will happen? It will select all the cells and columns of this cell, of this sheet. which I don't want. Rather, now what I want only those cells will be selected where I have data. So in order to do that, let us press Control and asterisk. So how does it work? Select any one cell among the data portion, press Control asterisk. What happens? Only the data portion of your entire sheet is selected. The cells which do not have any data, which do not have any value, are not selected. Only the cells which are having some data value are selected. So friends, what is the shortcut for that? Control asterisk, Control asterisk. Moving on to the next keyboard shortcut, we have to select a particular row, we have to press Shift and space bar. Let us go to the data sheet once again. Let's say I want to select this row. What is the row number? The row number is 8. To do that, I press Shift space bar. Shift space bar. I select any other cell. I press Shift space bar. What is the advantage of this? If I want to format any cell value of a particular row, either I have to select the particular cell and then drag my mouse to select that row, or else if any of the cell in that particular row is already selected, the only thing that I have to do is press Shift space bar. The moment I press Shift and space bar, the entire row gets selected. So friends, is that fine? Moving on, our next keyboard shortcut is to select a particular column. To select a particular column, Control and space bar. Let's say I want to select the entire B column. To do that, if I use my mouse, I have to take my mouse at the top of the B column and click on that. So what is the keyboard shortcut for that? Control and space bar. I repeat, Control key and space bar. So the moment I press Control and space bar, the entire column gets selected. Advantage, if I have to do any kind of formatting in this particular column, instead of selecting the entire column with the help of mouse, if I press Control and space bar, my entire column gets selected. Now which column will get selected? The column that will get selected will be the one whose particular cell is currently selected. So what is my active cell right now? My active cell is in the B column. So if I press Control and space bar, my entire B column gets selected. So friends, this is how we select an entire column. Moving on to the next one, auto sum function. Auto sum is nothing but the sum function using keyboard shortcut. To do that, we are on the data page once again. So in order to do the auto sum function, what we do, we select the values, the numerical values. All the cells have been selected. You can see from C2 to C11, all the numerical values are selected. Now you have to press Alt equals to. Pressing Alt equals to is giving me the sum function of all the values that are there in the C column. So in the formula bar, you can see the sum function is given. Now how we arrive at the sum function? Again, I am doing it. I select all the numeric values in the C column. I press Alt and equals to. So pressing Alt and equals to is giving me the sum of all the rates that are there in the C column. Is that clear, guys? Next, we come to our next keyboard shortcut, display current date. To display current date, you have to press Control and semicolon. So if I press Control and semicolon, I can see my current date is getting displayed, which is 6th of August 2017. Again, I am doing it. Control semicolon. So pressing Control and semicolon, we will be getting the current system date. One thing I'd like to mention over here is that if your current system date is wrong, let's say today is 6th of August 2017, but if my current system date is set wrongly, then the date that will be fetched by Excel over here by pressing Control and semicolon will also be wrong. Why? Because simply it is taking the current system date. Okay, so this you have to keep in mind, friends. It is always taking the current system date that your operating system is showing it. Okay, our next keyboard shortcut is display current time. That is Control Shift and semicolon. Control Shift and semicolon will give you the current system time. Control Shift semicolon. Control semicolon will give me the current system date. Control Shift semicolon will give me the current system time. Moving on, our next keyboard shortcut is insert a new worksheet. Many a times we have to insert new worksheet to enter new data in the same Excel file. So in order to insert a new worksheet, what we do generally, we take our mouse to a particular current worksheet, right click on it and then select insert, isn't it? So instead of that, what we can do, we can press Shift and F11. Friends, pressing Shift and F11 will create a new worksheet. As you can see, a new worksheet got created, sheet 5. How the keyboard shortcut for creating new worksheet is Shift and F11. As you can see on your screen, the keyboard shortcut is given here as Shift and F11. Now going to the next worksheet. Next worksheet means I am in the current worksheet. The current worksheet name is shortcuts. If I have to move to the next worksheet, what is the name of the next worksheet? Data. If I have to move to the next worksheet, I have to press Control Page Down. So if you are in a particular worksheet and if you have to move to the next worksheet, which is on the right hand side of your current worksheet, you have to press Control Page Down. So Control key and you have the page down key on your keyboard. So you have to press both. Similarly, going to the left hand side worksheet from the current worksheet is Control Page Up. Pressing Control Page Up will take you to the left hand side worksheet. So Control Page Down, right hand side worksheet, Control Page Up, left hand side worksheet. Okay. So these are the 10 most popular life-saving keyboard shortcuts in Microsoft Excel that I have jotted down for you, friends. We have, as I said, more than 100 keyboard shortcuts. So as we move with other lessons of Excel, we will learn newer keyboard shortcuts as we learn more and more of Excel. As of now, you can practice these 10 keyboard shortcuts and we can now move on to our next video very shortly. Till then, have a very nice day. It's goodbye from Cornish to all of you friends. Bye bye.